Ooh, money can't buy me love.
Money can't buy you love. I said money can't buy you love. Also, your health is everything, yeah. Health is everything. What's the next song before we have a discussion? It's this is nice. This sounds nice. What is this? Oh, this is that song about that he's singing. He's trying to get through, and she's on the line, but the Wichita lineman can't. We did that song already. Don't make it sound. It was pretty romantic when we did it, was it? Look, these are the newest birthday presents. John was just saying he loves all his birthday presents so much. First of all, we're getting a new speaker tomorrow, which is unexpected and exciting, and these are like titanium industrial strength clips. Can we get a light on that so it really shows off the bright rainbow? And these are gorgeous in 8-pack, and we got these gratis. Everything that we got for Johnny's birthday is being provided by Amazon and bonus points. It's pretty fun, yeah. And he's picking out all his birthday presents this week. Another birthday present that he picked out, and I kind of not overdid it, but I have to take a day off from it, is the drum. That wooden, it's called a cajon. Like, boy, you got big cajones, right? What's the matter with you? Nothing. I want to say what my favorite present is. Johnny's favorite present is that we are writing in our book, and we are posting some very funny. We're going to end up posting it all on our blog. We're taking pictures of the journal as we go, and Johnny writes the funniest fucking stories. He writes the funniest dialogue. I don't know why. I don't know why I've been not letting you come through and write more. Well, I haven't. I needed some kind of inspiration, and I guess the inspiration that I really needed was knowing that you wanted to do it. And I think what happened is that when that woman's book, that woman, well, Bunny. Yeah, Bunny. You just feel funny saying Bunny because of our cat? Yeah. Bunny Payne Clemay, who is Eckhart Tolle's twin flame and who crossed over in 2020 and came to Lena's attention. A very slim little volume, yeah. Christopher even said, it's very small. It's not really much to it, is it? Although he did agree that he recognized my voice coming through in these writings very most definitively, but he said I thought it would be bigger. It's very skinny. It is. I didn't stick with her for too long, honey, to do that. I just wanted to get a pamphlet out there. I just wanted, and it didn't get out there. But okay. So I thought that I was mistaken. Listen to this. She had publishers who she submitted this to right off the bat in 1986. They let it sit on their desks and kept telling her, yeah, oh yeah, we'll do something with that. Her publishers fucked it over and just like they made the decision not to do anything with it. And she just didn't go to any other publishers. She had other papers and books that she was getting out there, and her teaching career was very happening. Her lecturing circuit was very happening. This was a busy woman. So this little volume that she really wanted people to see got ignored by the people that worked with her, and they made the decision based on their lack of interest. It was not her. It was not. She wasn't lazy about it, but I know how it is to be super busy. And it's like, I guess she just figured that timing was off. And this was a very zen woman. Bunny Payne, yeah. And she just was very matter of fact, like, well, when the timing is right, it will, I suppose, come out. John, you were talking to her about all other kinds of things at that time. What was your take on it? Because you say that you wanted it to come out in 1986. It's what I told you the last time we talked about this. I went to God and I said, "Do something." They're ignoring her, as I often would do, and God would give me a little smack in the head and say, "I'm doing something. You don't tell me my job." Right. And okay, I could take a hint. So my frustration, God doesn't care about your frustration. He really doesn't. God does not care about your frustration. That's why it's called divine timing and not human timing. Right. Gotcha. So it was only meant to come out in 2013, the year that you connected with me. The very ass end of 2013. Like Christmas. Yeah. That's so funny, John. Isn't it crazy? Yeah. And you still didn't check it out. Right. You could have guided me to it then because you guided me to all those other books at that time. Why didn't you guide me to this? I know why. I know why. No need to get into it now then. Yeah. I know. And by that time I had learned a little bit of I had garnered a little bit more wisdom as to the and anyway, I was like you were reading enough books at that time and studying up enough on the metaphysical front that I said, okay, well, she's always got her nose in a book. I need to talk to her now that she can hear me. So, we got to find a balance here. Right. You were jealous of the books, the bookery, the crookery. I remember the when I first started reading books about John, and that didn't really start happening until a few months into our reconnection, and I became curious, and I asked him, "What can you guide me to books that you can recommend me to read?" Because he kept saying, they're all trash, they're all rubbish. You don't want to read books about me, and I was like, well, are there? And then he was like, well, yeah, Pete Shotton wrote a pretty good one. It's pretty accurate. Um, yeah, and this one is good. Read the interviews, the Rolling Stone interviews. I think if nothing else, you'll get a kick out of them. Because God knows you didn't read them back then when you had the chance. No, I didn't. Yeah, but that's the way it went. I wasn't interested in John Lennon interviews in 1971. I was interested in music and boys and stuff. What are you thinking about? You know what I'm thinking about. No, I don't. I see the schoolyard. Roller skating. Yeah. I was a good roller skater. Compulsive about it for a while. I felt like Dorothy Hamill flying around that schoolyard. That schoolyard had some good dips and curves and very, very smooth areas where you just would glide and like on air. Just on air. Wonderful. Oh, I'm thinking about that now. So anyway, I got Lena a copy of my 1971 Rolling Stone interviews, Lennon Speaks, it was called, right? And I would bring it down to the beach, and we would read down there. And he's right. I got a big kick out of those interviews and seeing his voice on paper and hearing him talk shit about everyone, which those interviews are notorious for his point of views about the band and other bands and his McCartney's in-laws, and very funny. I mean, people are like, he's so bitter, but it's like, no, he's funny. You people, he's funny. Like, what is wrong with you people? And anyway, so I read it cover to cover, like the first day that I picked it up. And then I remember sitting and we would feed the seagulls too while we were sitting there in the front seat of the car with the windows open. Or sometimes out on the sand if it was a real nice day. But I remember that it was a little bit chilly at that time. And I remember a lot of times being with my, leaning up against the steering wheel to read. And then I just started reading. I just put the book down and I just was looking at the front cover of your face and just looking at his face, a very serious face, like a little bit of a beard growing in, hair was kind of short. It was that photo shoot where he was wearing like plumber pants, like carpenter pants, and so he and if you remember that photo shoot, he also wore a hard hat, like a construction hat. He did that as a play on about my father being in construction, by the way. And but I was just like, I don't know, studying his face. You know how you study an interesting face? And I was just like, look at him. Guess, do we look alike? I don't know. He was so serious in this picture. Whatever my thoughts were about it. And that was the first time all of a sudden tears just started pouring down my face. But it wasn't me, it was him. And I said, no, what's going on? Why is this happening? Why are these tears pouring down my face? And why do I feel so emotional? I don't feel sad. What is this? And John said, it's me crying. Because you're finally looking at me. And there he goes again. So that was memorable. And then once that happened, the floodgates were open. And John would, and now he's very emotional and he cries a lot. And he likes to cry. And I just, sometimes you just gotta let him go, and it does feel better afterward. But his heart just feels like it's breaking sometimes, and I feel bad. But he always tells me, don't feel bad, don't feel bad. This is very healthy for me. So so that was a memory, but getting back to Bunny Payne Clemet's book about Johnny's channelings, John, he said he had a method to his madness, right, honey? Yeah, I said if she's going to get competitive, she's going to want me to write with her again. Because she's going to say, hey, who the hell is this broad? And Johnny writes more funny, great stuff through me. I know that. I didn't say that, actually. And by the way, how come you're putting off reading this? Because I want to write. I want to fill up our book first. I have a lot of stories and a lot of things I want to write about. And we're not opening this book till we fill up that one journal. And that's what I want for my birthday. All right. I can wait. Bunny won't take it personally. She's not going anywhere. Let's see. What's the radio reading right now? She makes me disgusted. Mama, he can't be trusted. That's terrible. Well, that's how your that's how your friends felt about me. Oh, well, are we still on the early days? Well, God knows, John, I don't hang out with any of those friends anymore. No. And that made me very emotional too, because I really thought, gee, she's so attached to her life. She loves her little dinner buddies and her little salons, and I just didn't know if I had anything to hold your attention by that. Are you fucking crazy? Well, I guess I just want you to say it then. Yeah, you're fucking crazy. Like anybody that I was hanging out with at that time could hope to compete with hanging out with you? Don't be an ass. You just want to hear it over and over. I do. You don't say it enough. That's what I want for my birthday too. What do you want? Me to say how much I love you? I love you. Why are you so afraid to say it? I'm not afraid to say it. I say it all the time. Yes, I know. Not enough. Hey, look at the candles and everything. They look good in here. It really looks great. So the birthday is the day after tomorrow. There's so much that you got planned for me to do for you that I don't know what to think about. I'm like very confused right now because the writing, it has exhausted me. I'm not used to writing by hand, which is John loves to do that. And you know what? There, I swear to God, there's something good. There's something better about it than dealing with stupid spell check. Yeah, and fucking, I can't. And that horrible screen. I do like writing in the notebook a lot better, at least for now. But my hands do cramp a little bit. But he writes so fast. There's nothing much else I can do. And then he'll say, "All right, well you could slow down. I'll remember." But then he doesn't remember. His mind works very quickly. I remember most of it. Yeah, but you lose a great line here and there, and then I get frustrated for you because it's like, "Oh, that line was so funny." And then I tell her, "Well, it'll come back to me and we'll use it in another story. It'll be fine." Yeah. Yeah, he writes like a whirlwind, a whirling dervish. Incredibly intelligent, brilliant mind. And that's why it must be so frustrating, not be able to, like when you could. I hate talking about when you couldn't get through, blah blah blah. But I can imagine. Yeah, it's like being, like think of like that terrible movie when Johnny got his gun. Yeah, right. That movie. I couldn't. I never even watched that whole thing. All I saw was the scene of him, just the soldier laying in bed with no arms, legs, and couldn't speak. And I just was like, and no eyes. I just couldn't. I was like, I can't watch this movie. Nothing good is going to happen for Johnny in this movie. No, trying to get through with Morse code, anything, just asking them to kill him. Oh, John, I know. This is such a horrible world. Good Lord. Wars and people ending up like that, and oh, I can't. It's horrifying. What are we gonna do? Blow the mother up. Yeah, sky high. You say that with a bit of glee. Oh, it's time. All the all the puzzle pieces will fall into place. You'll see, sweetheart. Okay, you ready to wrap up for now? There's a few things, odds and ends, and I want to get back to writing very shortly. Praise be God and Mother. Praise be God and Mother. I love you. It's almost my birthday. I know.